Morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Thursday, the 15th day of February 2024. I hope you're safe and healthy today and that your family's safe and healthy. And the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, and health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with the first responders who are every day saving lives. And those also that pick up garbage to keep our places clean, those that make deliveries for our convenience, double blessings on the men and women that are out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover teenagers and children that are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. Victims also of prostitution and child prostitution, pornography, child pornography, human trafficking, sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, the profiteers, and the perverts that create this industry. Finally, blessings upon the homeless, nearly 600,000 men, women, and children homeless in the United States of America and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. There was a basketball game down in Florida last night. The New York Knicks lost to the Orlando Magic 118 to 100. And, it wasn't surprising. The Knicks were basically played last night. They played 7 players, one of which was Jacob Toppin, who would normally not play. He put in a valiant effort. He did. He scored 11 points. He was good on trying to play defense. But again, he's a rookie. And what some of y'all don't understand is 46 points G League is nice. Good defense in G League is nice. That's real good. But it's not the league. Okay, and he got lost a few times on defense, and he was nervous too. I felt kind of bad for him because he was trying real hard to make an impression. It was his opportunity to try to make an impression, and he was trying. But I mean, he'll be all right. But I keep telling y'all, his time comes next year, not this year. It's next year. So he played 17 minutes. That's how short-handed the Knicks were. The Knicks basically with 9 deep, as Taj Gibson only played 9 minutes, and that was about all you were going to get out of him last night. McBride played 32, Josh Hart 30, Burks 30, 35 for Brunson, 39 for Sims, and 43 for Trua. Now, basically, they played 7 players. It's the second time, the third time in a week that they had to do this, and it was showing. In the beginning of the game, the Knicks had a really good energy. Actually, they led after the first quarter. They had a really good energy. They were out hustling, even with bad calls, and there was a lot of them. But they were out hustling Orlando. They were jumping all over them. They punched them in the mouth. But my problem, which I thought there were 2 possibilities. Orlando was second night of a back-to-back, whereas the Knicks were playing again basically 6 or 7 players. And so I was wondering if the Knicks could keep up that energy, or will Orlando wear down because, back to back. No, Orlando didn't wear down, number one. They were a little sluggish, but Paolo Banchero, I liked him coming out of Duke. I told you at the time, if you go back and look, if he's a 6'10 version of Julius Randle with lower turnovers and better outside shooting and better IQ. Just 6'10 of fury and skill. Last night he dropped 6 3-pointers. And it was like a lot of times the Knicks went under the pick because he's 6'10. I guess you don't expect him to hit it, but no, he has a history of hitting it, and he was nailing them last night. And a couple of times with people draped on him, nailing it. So he was the one really, the real catalyst, if you will, for the Orlando Magic. Everybody else was coming off based on him. So that's why they won the game. They were deep. They were only missing Gary Harris and Markelle Fultz, and they had pretty much, other than that, the whole contingent. And that's what wore the Knicks down. At the end of the first half, the Knicks were already out of gas. At the end of the first half, and even I saw Deuce was sucking wind. So was Hart was sucking wind. Those two, you could see it. Hart got beat once. Each Wagner brother beat him off the dribble. I mean, first Franz, which you can kind of understand. Franz is really good. But then his big brother Mo, 7 feet, beat Hart off the dribble, crossed him, and dunked on him. And I know Hart is much better than that. And you could see soon after that Hart came out the game, he was sucking wind. They just was tired. Okay? And this is not an excuse. I was at the game. I saw it. They were tired. But one guy, or should I say 2 guys, that were not tired were Jalen Brunson. Well, I can't say that. Brunson was tired too, but it showed up on Brunson in some of the silly turnovers that he would normally do. And that's what showed with Brunson, the fatigue shows up in decision making on the turnovers. He only had 3, but they were really at times when the Knicks were trying to make a run, he would have a really bad turnover. And so that's where it showed up. But in terms of his shooting ability, his effort on defense, and by the way, what I saw last night when the Knicks were trying to make a run, Deuce and Brunson were playing in the backcourt together, and they played very well. Okay, they created, out of 4 times down the floor, they created 2 turnovers. And that, yeah, I think that's a future in that. And I think that Tibbs probably saw that. You can play them 2 together. The thing is, you would think so because they're short. But no, they play good. And especially if you get a Hartenstein and an OG behind them, or a Mitch Robb or Jew, you could do it, okay? Because Deuce stops the point of attack. And Brunson gives an effort. But anyway, Brunson was tight offensively. He was just amazing. He's just amazing to watch. This is the second time this season I've seen him in person. He's really something else, man. And so he to me, there is no doubt, after you watch all the guards in the league, this cat is all NBA. I mean, we know he's all-star, but he should be all NBA. And he really is in the MVP conversation. Speaking of that, the crowd was off pro Knicks. It was crazy. The Orlando crowd tried it. But the only time they over-talked the Knicks crowd was because the Knicks were losing and they were not looking good and the energy was gone. But in the beginning of the game, you didn't even know that it was an Orlando Magic fan in the stadium. It was all orange and blue, and the sound was big, loud. Okay, but Precious Achiuwa, again, 43 minutes last night. He looked good. He looked energetic. He's been playing 40 plus minutes since OG's been out. Last night, 23 points, 14 boards, 10 on the offensive end, 5 assists. Yo, I want to tell you, and defensively, it was amazing. Like, he was guarding Banchero one-on-one. Now, Banchero was a load now. Banchero was 36 points last night, 15 to 20 from the field, 6 to 10 from 3. Tremendous game. But that's the only place you see where Achiuwa was tired. He was trying to back. When you see a guy backing off a guy that can shoot from 3, it's because he's tired and he wants to make sure I cut off the dribble, which is what he did. But other than that, Achiuwa was see, what I would suggest, if you want to see what good defense looks like, what you want to see, one of the things here is you want to see how fast a guy rotates. Like, the ball's on, let's say, the right side of the court, and it's swinging, and our guy is moving toward the middle of the court, Achiuwa, to guard the paint. The ball quickly swings so that there's a 3-point shooter on the other side. How quickly does our guy get from the middle of the basket to the corner, and then get back when he needs to, and then show double and get back when he needs to? Watch Achiuwa. He reminds me of Mitchell Robinson. He's a smaller version of Mitchell Robinson. Does that on an elite level, okay? And so does Achiuwa. And then the offensive rebounding. Oftentimes, he would be surrounded by 2 or 3 Orlando Magic and still get the ball. See, it's stuff like that. When you see it, you know you got something, okay? You know you got something. Oftentimes, he would be 2 or 3 Magic on him. He'd still get the ball. Okay, we got something, y'all. Yes, we lost 4 straight, technically 3, but we lost 4 straight. The break is at the right time, and coming out of the break, out of all this dust, we're gonna have our regular dudes, which is Jew, Hartenstein, OG, Dante, and Brunson. See, we were down 4 starters last night, but we're gonna have them. Then you're going to have, right now, you're going to have Precious, Hart, Deuce, and probably Burks, okay? That's what you're going to have. And then you're going to get Mitchell Robinson back before the end of March. This team is going to be a problem. See, they lost 4 straight. Every team in the NBA goes through this, okay? But very few teams go through it with the decimation, the decimation to the roster that the Knicks have. So I wanted them to go 4-4, In their last 8, they went 4-5 over the last 9. You can't expect much more than that with the way the roster looks right now. Missing 4 starters, but no, it made certain aspects of our guys stronger. It made Deuce stronger because he's getting more minutes now. It made Achua stronger. You know, and so to me, that's the key coming out of this. Deuce shot the ball horribly last night. You would look at the box score and you see 2 for 11, 2 of 6 from 3. But the defense, yeah. Anyway, we're going to be in good shape, y'all. This rest is at the perfect time. We're going to get our starting 5 back. Maybe OG will be a little later than the rest of them, and that's fine because you're going to start Hart and you're going to have Achua coming off the bench. You're not losing anything. If Drew gets in foul trouble, you're not losing anything by bringing Precious in there. You're not losing nothing. It's a different style, different vibe, but Precious is that guy, man. Especially on the boards, finishing at the rim. And he even hit, he was 1 of 2 from 3. He switched to 3 last night. And the one that didn't go in was one of them that went down the well and back out. So he's going to end up shooting. Now, somebody was like, he can't shoot. It's like, no, he can. It just takes time. That's all. He's going to be all right. Does he have a lot to do? That's the whole point. He has to improve, but that's the point it's what you call upside. He has to improve, but he has the talent to improve. And he has the work ethic to improve. And he's got the coaching staff and the organization behind him to improve. So that's what you call, that package is called upside. Achua has a lot of it, and he's already good. I'm excited. I didn't like them losing, obviously, but I understood what I just said, that the energy level was going to be down because 6 guys. But to know we come out of this and we're coming on the other side with our full contingent, and at least it's almost like we made a trade. Well, we did. We made a trade and got 2 strong players in Chua and McBride. This is good. This is good, y'all. Don't fret about last night's loss. It was going to happen. They were just outmanned, really. But we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. So y'all enjoy the break. Y'all enjoy, and hopefully none of our guys gets hurt at this All-Star weekend because Drew's not playing, and then Brunson, I think, is participating in some things. Don't get hurt, Jalen. Just, stay ready. We'll be all right. But Jalen looking sharp. It will be good. And you give Hart some rest. Hartenstein getting rest. Yeah, it's going to be all right. I'm concerned about Burks. Tibbs' over-reliance on Burks is an issue. But that's on Tibbs. It's an issue. Okay? Anyway, we'll see. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy your Thursday. Sure.